Hello everyone! You know what I'm doing this weekend? I'm going to the March for Life. Now I'm not sure whether you'll be able to hear me too well, because it's a little windy outside. Not too bad though. But Notre Dame normally sends about 10 to a dozen buses with almost 10% of the school's student body to the March for Life. So I am very much looking forward to this. If I can get a clear shot of the step-in center where all the buses are loading up, I'll definitely show it to you guys. Let's see here. No buses yet, looks like. Well, they'll be there. Off we go. Alright, it begins. We're loading up the buses now.
Let's go! Bus 4! We out here!
Only 4 buses are departing tonight because there's 2 waves of people coming over these 2 days. One Wednesday night, one Thursday night. Still, 4 now, 5 or 6 tomorrow night. And there you go. Well, let's see. Focus. Cool. Well, guys, we're here, and we're here early. I don't mean just 6:30 in the morning early. I mean half an hour early. So, we're just gonna wait for a while until the person who's letting us into St. Charles Parish shows up. This should be fun. Hey guys! You're probably not gonna be able to hear any of this over the wind because there's wind going on right now, and I'm sure it's gonna mess with the mic. But I'm here in Washington, D.C. We've got a day before the March for Life, so we're just touring the grounds. That there in the background is the White House. We've got the Washington Monument and the Theology Club contingent of Notre Dame March for Life. Hi! Alright, it's gonna be a great day. Catch up with you guys later. Hey guys, might be a little background noise for this bit. This is sort of the most private space I can get in the area we have right now, so I'm just chilling with Our Lady of Guadalupe. She says hi. But anyways, I'm finally back at our host parish, St. Charles. By the way, thank you guys so much if anyone from St. Charles is watching this. You've been a great host so far. So I'm finally back from a day of sort of wandering around DC with Theology Club. It's been great fun. I'll tell you guys about it in just a minute. Firstly though, I do want to note that the background noises. Our host parish has been great, but they're currently hosting a youth group dance party. It's been going on for several hours now, so prayers appreciated that we actually get through tonight with like more than 2 hours of sleep. All jokes aside though, it's been a pretty great day so far. So highlights include a trip to the Basilica of the National Shrine of the Immaculate Conception, which is 1, the largest church in North America, 2, absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. I'll tell you more about that in a moment, but we were there at about an hour early because there's going to be a mass said by Cardinal Timothy Dolan to kick off a Vigil for Life at the Basilica, which is going to be running from then until the start of the March tomorrow morning. We were there an hour early. The main, actual basilica was full. The lower level basement was full. The side chapels were all full. The basement level side chapels were all full. We were here an hour early, and there were at least 5,000 or 6,000 people in this basilica. It was amazing. The entire student body of Catholic University of America, plus a whole bunch of other pro-life Catholic groups who arrived on buses, were all there. It was great. It's sort of because I've been to Sikh, I've been to Steubenville, and it had that same aura of so many young faithful Catholics on fire for the church. But this wasn't just at a conference center or somewhere in San Antonio or somewhere in Denver. This was in a basilica. This was in I can't play favorites, I know, but it's well and beyond, I would say, several times above what Notre Dame has going on at our basilica, which is into of itself gorgeous, but the Basilica of the Immaculate Conception, the National Shrine, it's just breathtaking. You have to see it to believe it. I'll probably have shown you guys some pictures I took throughout the day before this, because I took a lot of pictures, not so many videos. You've probably seen some of those, but I don't think pictures can really do it justice, and I didn't get a chance for a lot of pictures anyways, because there's so many people there. But so my point I was trying to get to was that this aura that I've so often felt at these large Catholic youth conferences, It wasn't by itself this time because we were in a basilica, somewhere that's full of relics of the saints, the holy men and women of the church, somewhere where the real presence of the Eucharist is, somewhere that is full of incredible sacred art. It really created this aura that when you saw the building from outside, it's one of those few buildings that you can see and say, this is a church. When you stepped inside, though, it wasn't anymore just, this is a church. This is the church. With all of its saints and sinners, people in need of healing, and people who are gifted as healers, monks, nuns, priests, brothers, sisters, every religious order imaginable, every lay group in college within a 2,000-mile radius. But it was just a really incredible experience, even though I was only there for like 15 or 20 minutes. I wish I could have stayed for longer. And I will definitely be going back there in the next couple days since I'm in here in DC for 3 days? 2 days at this point. But yeah, so that was one particular highlight. I also went around with Theo Club through some of the highlights of the DC area, saw the White House in person for the first time, got buzzed by newly elected President Trump's helicopter, which was fun. So like the Washington Monument, saving some of the memorials for Saturday. Did get to see some of the Smithsonian museums, particularly the Air and Space Museum, which is interesting because I'm going to become an aerospace engineer, if I don't feel like I'm called to the priesthood. But yeah, so that was actually really interesting because we got sidetracked in the self-driving car exhibit, and that led to a really interesting, probably 30 or 45-minute conversation between a couple guys and girls with Theo Club and myself about like the effects of automation and like the moral obligations we have in that regard, and how it's going to impact people's jobs, and like the drastic changes that sort of thing might happen in the labor market. I mean, it's not like your normal theology fair, but it's a really interesting sort of intersection of like innovation and governmental policy and moral theology. So I just figured I'd share some of the highlights of my day, and tomorrow you're going to hopefully get a lot of video. You've got Mike Pence is speaking, Cardinal Dolan is speaking, a couple other really big names are speaking at some of the keynotes. I might have a chance to run into Mary again from Proudly Catholic Cellist, as well as maybe David and Joe from the Catholic Generation proper. That should be really fun, and if that happens, I'll catch it on video for you guys. And yeah, the March for Life is tomorrow. It's going to be amazing. See you guys then.